All right, good day, grade 12s. Today we are starting with chapter 4, which is creative thinking. This chapter, if I'm not mistaken, you did actually do creative thinking in grade 11. So this is all basically revision. We are going to look at the terminology, which is lesson 1. Right, if we just run through the definitions quickly. To be creative means to be original, inventive, and resourceful. So if you are creative, you are going to come up with solutions that are different than what everybody else is thinking about. Okay, you're original, you are innovative, you are thinking outside the box. You are not coming up with boring solutions, you are coming up with solutions that are different. Generate means to create, right? If you are generating ideas, it means that you are coming up with different ideas. You are thinking of different ideas. Right, to be creativity and innovative, okay, that means that you are coming up with ideas that are featuring new and original methods. As I said earlier, it is thinking outside the box, thinking of methods of doing things that is different to the way that it's been done before. So it's a new idea. To be innovative is to come up with something that is different and new. Creative thinking is the ability that a person will have to think of original ideas, to come up with new approaches that is different to what is normal. All right. So if you are a person that can think creatively, it means again that you are thinking outside of the box. You are thinking of different things than what other people are thinking of. All right. So you're coming up with different ideas, new ideas. Right. When we talk about decision making, this is the process of analyzing a situation and identifying strategies to bring about change. All right, if you have to make a decision, it means that you have different alternatives and you have to choose the correct alternative. So you are going to look at the different alternative that is presented to you. You are going to think basically about the advantages and the disadvantages of all of those strategies, and you are going to pick the one that you want to implement. Right, stupid example, if you have to decide what to have for breakfast. Right, if your choices are bacon and eggs or French toast or jungle oats porridge, when you make a decision, you are thinking about all three possibilities, and making a decision means choosing the one that you actually want to now have for breakfast. So you're making a judgment, you are choosing one after you thought about all the different alternatives. When we talk about what is a problem in our context is going to be when the business experiences uncertainty or difficulty in what they want to achieve. Right, so a problem can be a challenge that the business has to overcome. It can be a problem if your HR manager resigned and you need to replace him. That is a problem. If your sales are decreasing, that is a problem. All right. So there's something that is wrong that we need to fix. And that's something that is wrong, that challenge or that difficulty that we are experiencing, that is the problem. When we go into problem solving, which is what this chapter really is about, it means that we are going to now define our problem. Once we've identified that we have a problem, we need to gather facts that will include problem findings and problem shaping. Right. So we need to identify the problem. We need to know and understand what the problem is. And then we obviously have to come up with different solutions that we think will solve our problem. Problem-solving techniques. Right. This is procedures or routines that businesses can follow to solve their problems. All right, so it's a technique that the business can use to solve business-related problems. In this chapter, we are going to look at 4. All right, this year they have actually made it less. Okay, last year the matrics had to study 8 different ones. The 4 that is now taken out of the syllabus, I've also removed from the slides. All right, so what is on the slides is what you need to know, and that is what will be in your notes as well. Right, but a problem-solving technique is basically the steps, the procedures, the steps that we are going to follow from knowing that we have a problem up to solving our problem. All right, what are the strategies or the action plans that we can use to solve our problem? All right, and problem-solving techniques is the ways that we are going to use to come up with different solutions. Right, so the 4 different techniques that we are going to look at. The first one is called brainstorming. Okay, this is where new ideas is generated around a specific area of interest. So it attempts to find a solution for a specific problem as a group. Right, all of the strategies that we are going to look at is group strategies. All right, so we're going to divide people into different groups. And when we do brainstorming, we are going to give the group a specific problem. Okay, we're going to tell them what is the problem. That's the area of interest. And then as a group, they have to come up with different solutions. So each person in the group has to think creatively, and they have to come up with their own ideas as to what a possible solution for our problem can be. The technique we're going to look at is called the Delphi Technique. Okay, the Delphi Technique is a bit different from brainstorming in the sense that it is a process that we're going to use whereby we are going to bring in a panel of experts. It's not necessarily people that are working in the business. Okay, it's a panel of experts, people that are really qualified in the field, and we are going to pose our problem to the panel of experts. And then individually, they are going to come up with solutions which they then will communicate back to us as the business. Okay, the panel of experts never ever has to meet face to face. All right, each of them will stay there where they are and they present us with their solutions. The technique is called the force field analysis. This is where we are going to identify forces that can influence a situation. In any situation, there are certain factors that will help us to reach our goal, and there are certain factors that prevent us from reaching our goal. For the force field analysis, we are going to analyze the situation so that we can identify the helping forces, which is those forces that can help us to reach our goal, but also to identify any hindering forces, anything that is out there that is preventing us from reaching our goal. The last strategy is called the nominal group technique. Okay, this is a quick decision-making method whereby there is a vote that will be done. There is still groups, okay, people are still divided into groups, and then there will be a vote, a democratic vote. Everybody in the group's opinion is taken into account, and obviously majority rules. So if the majority people vote for solution A, then solution A is going to be the one that we choose. All right, so the nominal group technique, the group is presented with different solutions, and they have to vote for the solution that they think is going to be best. All right, and everybody gets a vote, and majority vote obviously will determine the solution that we will implement.